We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
I know I'm not the one. Don't fake it, well, you don't belong to me.
Hello, welcome to the Dire Bear Adventuring Company. It's Tuesday night, so that means it's our Esper Genesis game. It's sci-fi with 5th edition rules. I'm your GM for the evening, Jason. And with me playing today is Sarah playing Cat, Taylor playing Danru, Patrick playing Hull. We have 2 members MIA, and one's out sick, so hopefully he'll be back with us next week. And hopefully our missing members will show up as we go along. So if you remember last week, we had a little ship fight. Our first taste of space combat in the campaign. How would y'all say that went?
Well, we're not dead. Our ship kind of is, though.
It taught us that we apparently need to militarize and get fighter pilots.
Or,
More guns. We need more guns.
to use the colloquial term, more DACA. Or to quote the famous engineer, problem, use gun. If that doesn't work, use more gun.
So anyway, the fighters they mentioned didn't do much. They took the fighters out relatively easily. Getting in a fight with the other transport, though, yeah, that was a little more destructive. So if I recall right, the Roustabout is currently, what's the right term? Disabled, essentially. I forget that's exactly what they call it or not. While the enemy ship is just flat out dead in space. Now, you guys can't go anywhere, you can't really use your systems for much, but you've still got power, you've still got life support. Maybe with a few leaks, Jim's checking on that while y'all go about your business. The other ship seems to be venting atmosphere pretty steadily. And at least from the outside, it looks like it's dead. I mean, you're not seeing any lights. Now, after the ship combat, they were boarded, which pretty much ended in the hallway right in front of the airlock. I think. I don't think them guys really got more than 10 feet into y'all's ship.
Yep.
And the decision you had made after that was to travel over to their ship.
Yes, we were getting ready to board. I can't remember if I was going to stay behind and try to get our ship up to snuff, but now that we're down our Cybermancer, I might have to.
Yeah.
We can always say you guys switched.
Beg pardon? What was that, Cat? I didn't get you.
I think we could always say they switched positions since Adrian.
Well, you're not going to get much repair done in the time, assuming there's another combat. The way the shortness of rounds, you wouldn't get much repair done while they're over there anyway. So I believe you were all... You'd all spacesuited up. You'd stepped out of the airlock, or at least opened the airlock. Because you notice these glimmers of colored light drifting away from your ship and towards the enemy ship.
Again, we'd noticed that one of them had rainbow blood explosion during combat.
And then I think we saw the rainbow clouds are going back into the ship.
Right. Initially, well, the one that I think Danru spotted.
I think so.
Well, I saw it in the ship, and then out of the ship, somebody else spotted it.
Yeah. But you spotted one in the ship. I believe you spotted 3 different, motes of light drifting toward the enemy ship.
Because oddly enough, once I stopped committing murder, I got less perceptible.
It's the adrenaline. It had you ramped up and ready to go.
I'm sorry, perceiving, not perceptible.
Perceptive. Alright. So Jim was staying behind on the ship. We will say that Adrian is staying behind on the ship.
And the other two are...
Francis and Jade are just going to be very quiet until their players show up.
They're in a form of entropy where they are both on and off the ship, depending on the player's actual status of being in Discord.
Schroeder's players, if you will. They don't actually exist until we see them.
Well, they may or may not exist up to that point.
Well, they both exist and do not exist.
It's more of a quantum physics thing. Alright. So you're in your spacesuits. So, you've got atmosphere, you've got communication with each other, and with your ship. Well, normally. Currently, you only have communication with the ship in that Jim has got a communicator, or a comm unit.
And we're not that far away.
And you're not that far away. The other ship, being inside the other ship shouldn't block the signal unless that ship is shielded in some way. Specially shielded. Let's see. You have mag boots, so you can walk across the holes without, danger of drifting off into space. Now the question comes down to, how do you want to try to get into this ship? It has a forward hull. Can't talk. It has a forward hull. It has a rear hull. And on its lower levels, it has just called the lower hull. Hold. Keep wanting to say hull instead of hold.
So it's like a smaller version of our ship, like you said.
Yeah, essentially. This one's a little more heavily armed than yours. Though really only with the addition of the missiles. It had essentially the same layout otherwise.
Okay. And I think I might have cut out there a second again, but you actually said there are 2 connected right now?
Alright, you cut off when you were saying that. What now?
No. Okay, you said our 2 ships are not actually connected right now, correct?
No, there's 20 yards or so between you. You both kind of hit and you stuck for you hit and then kind of rotated around, but eventually you've broken off. You're not jammed into each other. You'll need to make some sort of athletics to jump across safely, but it doesn't look like it should be too difficult. The ship's a big target. It's not that far away.
I'm sorry, about how close are they?
20 or 30 yards, something like that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I got, like, an amount of rope.
Space rope.
Hey, they had space rope in Star Wars. And it was part of a farm boy's utility belt.
Well, we have
Or
many
just
drones.
borrowed.
Yeah, I got 50 foot of rope cable to make sure that, if you start going the wrong direction, you can just kind of hold on.
Yeah.
We have many drones. We could always send one of the drones over, tie some ropes together.
Because a little assault drone that I summoned.
Mm-hmm.
Could
In
we
the
tie...
weightlessness of space, you only need to propel yourself a little bit.
Yeah. I'm not using using it for combat or anything. More or less, I'm using it to more or less someone hold on to it. It flies. They connect on that, and it comes back.
Okay.
And because it's gonna disappear in a little bit, because it's one of those. It's got a time. Speaking of which.
All right, so you're basically going to send. Is the droid going to pull you across, or is it just going to go connect a rope?
I think I would just connect the rope.
Okay.
Get over there, act as an anchor,
Mm-hmm.
and then we cross.
All right. Give me. I gotta write out a skill list that I can glance at. Because between this, 5th edition, and Starfinder, I keep forgetting what's on whose skill list. Everybody give me an acrobatics roll. The DC's not real high or anything, but
As we do the single most spaced thing you can possibly do, which is building a rope bridge. You say acrobatics?
mhm.
Das ist not good.
Das is not good at all.
Well, if it was athletics, I had a chance. But acrobatics, nah.
Not really.
Can we get advantage since we have like a rope and a droid?
Sure.
And no one's shooting at us.
Patrick, go ahead and roll again for your advantage.
That's amazing.
It is. That is phenomenal, actually.
I'm just glad I'm getting these out of the way early.
Okay, everybody that rolled below a 10.
I think Cat, essentially me at this point is what you're saying.
Well, Cat got a. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the advantage. So yeah. Yeah, you're snaking along the rope. You start trying to go a little too quickly, and you lose your grip and start tumbling slightly. You're not drifting real far away from the rope. You just sort of start rotating.
Just start spinning and.
Yeah, I mean, you're drifting slowly, but it's Give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can grab the rope, or if you're going to have to be rescued.
Probably. Considering I've been rolling, probably gonna have to be rescued. Yep, gonna have to be rescued.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, but you can do that once. In your flailing, you actually hit the rope with the back of your hand, which pushes you further away. I mean, a few inches, enough that you can't grab it. Well, Kat, Danru, what are you doing?
What do we need to roll to save his ass?
I would like to do an athletics to hook my legs around the cable, reach out, and grab him.
Sounds doable.
It does indeed sound it.
Sounds very doable.
I would like to remind you that hooking my legs in a weightless atmosphere is very easy.
Oh yeah. That's not the question. You're secure.
It's just me reaching out.
It's you reaching out, and as you reach out, you miscalculate and you drift a little further back. You know, still on the rope, but
Okay, so he still has a grip on the rope.
yes, he's got his legs wrapped around the rope.
Yeah, because maintaining grip on the rope is almost impossible not to have. Because there is nothing pulling you away from your grip on the rope. Except for your own action. But you know the exact amount of force you are applying.
I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it is very easy to hang on. Yes.
I have a backup plan, but I'm waiting to see if someone can save.
Any ideas there, Kat?
Kat is going to make sure the rope is secured around herself and look over the drone, kind of make sure it's secured at the other end, and kind of try and push them closer together, be like, just one of you grab the other.
Okay, now the way I envision the rope is that y'all are basically, hand over handing across.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, essentially treat the droid more like it's grappling hook.
So the droid is secured to the other ship, correct? Or
Yes,
incorrect?
yes, at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll say it has magnetized itself to the hull or some such. I don't know.
She's going to give encouragement because she has no idea. This is like her first time in space.
Space. That's why I'm distracted. I'm big about scientific discoveries. And then all of a sudden I realize, oh my god, I'm in space!
I am kind of sad that there's no, like, belaying clip with this rope for a space campaign. We need to talk about this with the people that made this. Because
Yeah.
every rope would come with a belaying clip in space.
Like clipped to the spacesuit.
Actually, let me check my flight suit to see if there's a clip attached. I doubt it, but like that's like 100% thing that every spacesuit has.
We need one of those like ropes that teachers have for kids when they're in the hallways that has the handles for everyone.
I have never even heard of those.
I was out of school before that came to mind.
Weird ass school.
No, I mean, it sounds like a fine thing to have. I just can't say I've ever heard of it.
Yeah. I'm a public school boy, so we didn't have those fancy rope things.
Yeah, same. It's like kitty leashes attached to a main kitty leash.
In an emergency, the teacher could whip them up and use all the children as a flail.
Just uses the children as a flail.
Wouldn't it be more of a cat of nine tails?
Fair enough.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure looking for the flight suit, it's not going to have what I want. And also, I just cannot find it for some reason. Oh, I'm still in skills. That's why.
Over the intercom, you kind of hear a. Do I need to send my drone out to get you?
That would be much.
Shortly thereafter, a cat, you feel something feels like it's landing on your head, despite the fact that you're wearing a spacesuit. Just for a moment. Then it becomes visible next to Patrick. He's got kind of a dragonfly motif. You know. It's Adrian's kleptomaniac droid.
I guess the
Dear
closest
Tiny Klepto, save us.
the closest thing I can see that they have to clips are restraints.
Those are very different things.
I know.
But if y'all wanted to rig up some sort of, I mean, not right now, while y'all are suspended in the infinite void between two ships.
No, right now.
But later, if you wanted to rig up some sort of, magnet tied to the end of your rope, that'd be doable.
Well, not even magnet tied to the end of the rope. Just like literally a belaying clip. Something that is on every spacesuit that has ever been made. After, like the 70s. The moment they decided they wanted to do spacewalks.
Yeah.
It's
basically a mountain climber's clip.
Okay.
Except these clips are attached to this ship.
Yeah, there's a climber's kit that has interlocking hooks and a climbing harness.
Well, you'll know what to buy when you get back to the town, then.
But in space, where it is just as useful and just as used. I feel like this is just a hiccup in the writing.
It's possible. And, this is a setting with mag boots and stuff, so they may not think about it. Anyway, Adrian's drone drags you back to the rope hull. And you all manage to get the rest of the way across without further incident.
while we're here, we're looking for climbing gear.
Alright, now, which hole did you want to make your entrance in? You've got one at the front of the ship. Hang on a second. Let me move you over to the ship map, which should appear as nothing but darkness because I've got Fog of War on. And then I will reveal...
Yeah, we'd like to land right there.
I'm gonna say it's the ship. I have no proof it's the ship.
Alright, if you zoom out, you should be able to see a lit spot now, which is essentially just a picture of the enemy ship. It's kind of on the right side, a little further down. Or midway down.
We see like where most of the remaining crew was.
Do it now.
When you
there it
peeked
is.
through the videos onto their ship.
Okay,
Where were
it's
we seeing them at?
They were moving around the ship, so he's not sure where they'd be now. So anyway, on this ship here, the forward... Click it where it let me ping. You know, the forward hold is here. Of course, the rear hold is back here.
I assume this is the cockpit.
That is probably where the cockpit would be, yes. You're not super familiar with this class of ship. And then the lower hold, you have an entrance here, and then one on the opposite side in that same spot.
Do any of the areas appear more damaged than the other?
Trapper. That's
The
We probably don't want to go anywhere.
side hold here, the lower hold on the, let's see, probably the right side. That door is crumpled to the point you'd probably have trouble getting it open. You know, that side of the ship is where most of the damage took place.
Yeah. Is there any hole in the bridge windows?
No.
You said earlier it was leaking atmosphere. Is it leaking it from the side that impacted us?
You see some leaking out of there, but it's out of small cracks, not necessarily big gaping holes.
Okay.
I like that band.
Oh, Calicadogly.
One of my friends had a band called Big Gaping Holes. They had one song that got played on the radio.
Oh, that's better than most people do.
Hear them out. Yeah.
Alright.
I vote either forward or aft, whichever one's going to be easier to get to.
Well, let's see, the forward would be a little damaged. You know, the aft,
That's right.
how hole would be, should be relatively undamaged. Just, I mean, it was the far end from where the ship was struck.
On the other hand, the forward hole, since it is damaged, there's plenty.
There's what now? You cut out.
No. There's alternate ways into it. Basically, how do we get inside? Maybe the gaping hole.
You said there were no gaping holes, it was just
Oh.
cracks.
Yeah, the nose of the thing is kind of crumpled. You know, it's taking some serious damage, but there's not a...
The other side, lower deck, wouldn't be damaged. Your guess, at least as far as we can tell, since it impacted on the side we're coming through.
Right. Now, where the whole nose is twisted just slightly, you don't know if that would jam the door or not. But it should not be as damaged as the other side, as the impact side.
I'm assuming we're on the ship, mag boots on, correct?
Yes. At this point, you have made it to the ship.
Cat will meander over that way, take a look-see, see if it looks damaged.
You get over there. I mean, there's some stretching and some warping from where it's kind of crooked. But you're pretty sure you get that door open. With some tools and a little work. So you're basically going to have to hand crank it open.
Yeah.
Unless somebody has got an Esper power that will cause the machine to function without power.
Yes. It's called 15 strength.
Well, now this is a docking bay door, not like, a person door.
We are in a weightless situation.
Hit the
All
door,
I have to do
bounce
is mag
off, go
myself to
backwards.
the floor and push up, and the force will move it. Unless there's a locking mechanism in place, but there's no power.
Or some resistance. The trick is, it's still a matter of moving the mass. Getting that started, you're right, is not hard, but
Maybe
keep in mind,
stuff in the way.
to segue away, keep in mind, if you pushed like a crate at somebody, it wouldn't take you much at all to get it moving some. Trying to stop it would be like trying to stop it in gravity, though. Because all the mass is still trying to move forward.
Yeah, but you said a door, right?
Yeah. I'm just, getting that explanation out there in case it comes up later.
He's gonna take a meander and check the other condition of the other entries.
Okay, the really mushed up side, you can pretty much give up. The door itself is warped. You don't think you could force that one open. Now with, plasma torches and stuff, you could cut your way in eventually. But
Yeah.
the big door,
door
on the
that's gonna be
back
the easiest to
is
get it.
undamaged. It would just be a matter of wedging that one open. But it's a much bigger door than the lower hole that Danru's looking at.
Lower hold's probably our best option then.
All right.
So the lower hole it is.
Wait, how was the cockpit area? There wasn't any door up in here, was there?
Oh, let me check the map. No, there's no door directly in there.
All right.
There's a few
Back door.
windows, but they have the curtains drawn. Not in the cockpit itself, but
Okay. Yeah. I mean, lower deck probably would be the best, unless we want to open the back door and be like, "We're here."
Yeah.
In my life experience, I found it's rude just open the back door and yell, "We're here." Let's
Can
be
lead to
nice
getting
and polite
shot.
with these murderers.
alright, so you are sticking into the lower hold, the right hand side one, I suppose. Alright, Danru, give me a. Would it be athletics or straight strength? Give me an athletics roll.
Alright. And this is to maintain control of my opening. Make sure I don't lose grip or anything.
It's a combination of that and
17.
Okay.
May the swole be with you.
You get
My
the door.
whole thing of it is opening it controlled and slow so that nothing crazy happens.
Mhm. You manage to wedge it about 4.5 feet apart. At that point, it sticks. The door is slightly warped.
If it sticks, it ain't gonna move. That's fine by me.
Everybody limbo inside.
Alright. I have uncovered the room you have stepped into. If everybody would throw their minis in there.
Uh-huh.
Right. Gotta open the character page first. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I keep thinking I can do it from the character's
Why are
menu.
you not? Ah, there we go.
Alright, so everybody's inside. The interior is mostly dark. There's some emergency lighting on. Fairly typical. It's almost like it's a box like that up on the wall, clearly battery operated. Comes on when the regular power goes off. You know how those work. So the room is not well lit, but you can get around. Did any of you three have dark vision?
Yes.
Yes. Actually, I think we
all
all.
of us do.
Yeah, I think Jade's the only one on our team that doesn't have it.
Baseline human. All right. In that case, the emergency lighting is plenty good enough to give you clear line of sight. Like a normal day. If you try to film something, it depends on how the camera works. Alright, so you are here. Oh. Let me go ahead and reveal the whole room since you guys have dark vision. So it stretches the full length or full width of the nose of the ship. There is a door here. Look at the right tool going. There we go. And one here. That is slightly concealed by the shadow. Everything is, of course, silent other than your own breathing and anything you say to each other over the radios. The ship does not appear to be holding any atmosphere. Definitely not this room that you just opened.
Okay, and these are just storage crates?
Correct.
Time to pilfer.
That was part of my question. Also, you said there's no...
Oh, excuse me. Those are not
surrenders.
crates. Those are lockers.
Ah.
Still time to pilfer.
Alright, calm down. We gotta kill the people here first.
Shoving things into her pockets, like, I'm sure we'll find them.
Does your spacesuit have pockets?
Considering it didn't have a hook to put on a rope, I'm guessing probably not.
Technically, my spacesuit is my armor, so I got that.
I have a giant
What was-
backpack that is attached
Yeah.
to my armor.
So Hull and Danru can
Just
do all the looting they
shoving-
want to. Cats.
Cat's gonna look
SOL.
around for a backpack.
Yeah.
You completely cut out there, Patrick.
To be fair, packs...
Pack attachment.
Yeah, to be fair, it's an attachment to our packs, so I think she would have a pack on her suit.
It's because we had to buy that separately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an upgrade, I think.
Yeah, it's an upgrade to a pre-existing pack, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
I'll look it up real quick.
The suits may already have a small amount of storage.
Already. That's purely for medium and heavy armors.
If all else fails, she'll just find like a bed sheet and make a hobo pack to carry back around.
Okay. Easily done. Super easy. Barely inconvenient.
Okay, no. Pack attachment this is a container the size of a backpack that may be attached directly to the back of any suit of medium or heavy armor. So, you could... Yeah, if you just don't own a backpack, you just don't own a backpack.
Well, she doesn't wear
Because
medium
there is an item that's just backpack.
Yeah. Well, what does she find that we might be able to store?
Oh, wait. I'll hand her my backpack, because I have a pack attachment now.
Your
So I
backpack
pull my
would,
backpack.
Your backpack would be back on the ship because you wouldn't be using it since you have your pack attachment.
But all of my equipment put together doesn't encumber me, so everything's in my pack attachment.
I'll just, if we find some stuff, I'll just be like, here, carry this.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. We have a way of carrying
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. And I really like the idea of her using a sheet and carrying something Santa Claus style.
You're a mean one, Mrs. Cat. Da-da-da-dun.
But
More
for
like a
future
great
reference,
Santa.
What's in the bed
I carry
sheet?
all my things with me.
What's in the bed sheet? Oh, it's all the bathroom fixtures.
Stole all the doorknobs. Let's go.
Pulled the wiring out of the wall. You know what copper
Put a
goes
bathroom.
for?
We're
Though
gonna
it's-
sell all of this for scrap, guys. We're gonna be rich.
Are we in the space south? Still using
Maybe.
copper wire?
Truthfully, it's a spaceship. They'd be using silver or gold, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so where are you going from this room?
First, we're looting this room.
First off, you said there's no power, no kind of panels or anything you can access in here.
No, just the emergency lights.
Oh. Now, what's in the lockers then?
It looks like this is where spacesuits would have been stored, but they're all empty.
Well, either the guys came over and had theirs, or there's other people on this ship wearing them.
Now, you do find, like, some repair kits, for suits that's got, like, this kind of tape stuff that you can, take care of.
Space duct tape.
Basically, actual astronauts have that sort of thing. Something that they can use on a small puncture. One of them, there's an extra helmet in one of the lockers. Some tools, just typical miscellaneous stuff that they needed to secure somewhere and just threw in one of the lockers with a spacesuit.
Okay, so are we proceeding forward or proceeding to the back?
We might as well check the complete front and then work forward so we don't have anyone. I mean, go forward and then go back so we don't have anyone sneak up on.
All right.
To the door.
Alright,
Open the door.
Opening the door.
give me an athletics.
I love this because we can be as loud as we want because no one else can hear us.
In space, no one can.
I'm so athletic. 18.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Should we just go hit
This is
cruise
indeed a thing.
This opens up to a little access. I'm not even
Machines.
sure what this machinery
Machine-
would be. It's some of the machinery of the... maybe it's some of the life support system or something. Nah, you probably wouldn't have that in the nose, though. It's probably some of the sensory and computer gear. Oh! Never mind. This would be the missile launchers. We'll call it the missile launchers.
I will use one of my prime abilities, which is analyze. What is it?
Missile launcher?
And it's going
Let me
back to
see,
the actual rulebook.
Let's see. Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
Sure, all commands, workings, electronic or mechanical functions. One automaton, construct, device, machine, or vehicle. You gain basic knowledge on how to activate, operate the device. You still need to make the appropriate checks to use the advanced functions or access data from the device. Basically, I'm going. Oh, I know what this is. Like what kind of missile launcher it is.
Yeah,
Who
you
made
get all
it,
that
yeah.
information. The stats of the thing don't actually give that information, but
Hey, Jason,
And,
you said there's
But
no
also,
atmosphere in the area we're in, right?
correct.
So, like, not even enough to light, like, a match.
No, you've got you just opened a big door.
Cool.
Now, like, When you crack this little area open here, well, no, never mind. That's the front of the ship. Never mind. There was already enough cracks in that little room. It had already vented out.
My thing is, I do not want to get a backdraft situation
Oh,
where we open it and there's a fire on one side, and the fact we're in a vacuum pulls the fire on us temporarily. I want to position and play my door opening to where I crack it first to see if a backdraft comes out the door, and then fully open it.
okay. We will keep that in mind going forward.
Because I just don't like traps like that. I don't trust doors like that.
You can trust me, though.
I mean, true, if I had
Every
never
DM
mentioned it,
later.
we'd never have to deal with it. But
And if I actually want to inspect the missile launcher, I believe this would probably be a mechanics check, seeing the state in which it's in, because I know if this is part of the front section. I'm essentially seeing if we might be able to salvage this.
Okay. Give me a whatever is the appropriate tech roll. What do you have?
I had mechanics.
Roll mechanics.
mechanically, shit's broke.
I don't know what the... oh, okay, I see what happened there. Yeah, there we go.
Much better.
I have the dice roller shrunk, so I ended up typing, like, adding the 5 under how many you roll.
Yeah. I mean, Dan Rue's not wrong. It's broke. But it's actually not that badly damaged. The device itself. Now, like the tubes that the missiles would actually launch out of, yeah, those are all crunched up. You ain't shooting this thing out of this ship. But the launcher itself, it would need some repairs. You and Adrian would probably spend a day or so repairing it, working together. But yeah, it's completely salvageable. Given its size, you could probably fit it on the Roustabout. I mean, you'd have to tinker around and figure out exactly where. It's going to be a project, but you could do it.
We've got room in the cargo hold.
Yeah, you've definitely got room to carry it around until you figure out where to mount it.
Weapons. Small. Okay. So, and there's section, so this nothing up beyond this point.
No. That's where the tubes were, and that area is really kind of crumpled in.
Okay, so we could proceed further into the beast.
Okay.
Arrow.
What door do we want to go in?
This
Or
one.
Alright.
Literally the only other door we can.
Sorry. I thought the 3 blocks were both doors. I didn't realize it was a tiny section.
Ah, gotcha.
I thought the 2 sets of 3 blocks were both doors.
Gotcha.
Alright. So, position myself to the side slightly.
Okay.
Getting my halberd and creaking the door a little bit to see if there's an atmosphere inside to shoot out.
There is a hiss. And it comes out looking like mist, but that's just the moisture in the air hitting the vacuum.
There's moisture in the air. The door is safe to open.
Yes, there's no fire shooting out or anything. But,
that is my only concern, is fire shooting out.
But there is a hiss of atmosphere rushing out, and you can feel it push against you a little bit, But it doesn't take just a couple of seconds to equalize.
To null.
Well, yeah, whatever.
I open a door to 3 doors.
Indeed you do. It's like a dungeon
Scooby-Doo shit here.
in space.
A space gen, if
Cool.
you will.
Next door, the one above me.
You crack it open. I'm sorry.
Is there power in this section now?
No.
Okay.
It has an emergency light, like most of the rooms seem to. Alright, so you crack the one to the north. And it is not as sturdy a door as those you've dealt with so far.
Cardinal directions in 3D space.
Yeah, I know. It is a bunk room.
I throw the pillows on the floor.
Well, they're mimics.
Or is there gravity in here?
No, you're still using the mag boots to get around.
I throw the pillows at a wall.
They drift over, hit the wall, and start drifting randomly around.
Cool. I've now disrespected them.
Any personal computers or whatnot in here?
Yes, there is a desk. Oh, not a desk, but a monitor, TV sort of thing here.
Okay. No, like PDAs or anything in these little, what I assume are lockers here.
Yes, there is like the equivalent of a tablet in one of them. You know, checking it quickly shows you that the
what's up
battery's
with
run
that?
down.
It's just dead.
Yeah.
Got end of the pack.
Factory reset, it's good as new.
There's also any data that might be on
Yeah,
it.
I figured. But yeah, other than that, there's some knickknacks that are already floating around.
Any paddywhacks?
No.
Damn.
Any
I
bones
always
sticking
figured
a
those were in
dog?
action, but anyway.
Cat swipes one knickknack.
Souvenirs from everywhere she goes.
She's also partial kleptomaniac, Annie.
That's why she doesn't like Adrian's drone. It makes her look like an amateur.
Yep.
It's competition.
Alright, where to
Stealing
next?
the shiny shit.
To the south
How about the
door.
store?
Show me bunk room.
I throw
Yep.
the pillows at the wall.
Well, they were already
And
floating.
And again, same deal. Check to see kind of any data they have here. If there's a PDA or something equivalent.
Let's see. In this one... No, there's a few books. And one
Grab the
something that
books.
looks like a... well, not a journal, but a...
Ship's log?
You flip through it, and it's like somebody was writing down where they had been and a few facts about the place. It's not super detailed. It's not somebody going into their deep personal thoughts. It's just kind of, I was here, I ate at this place, here's one or two interesting sights that I saw, maybe here's something I meant to see but didn't have time.
It's still data.
Oh,
Into the
yeah.
back.
It's like somebody was keeping a travel log, but nothing.
Stalking? No, this is data collection.
And
But
now,
no, I'm just nosy.
It's also gonna steal a knickknack from in here.
I love how we all have the things we're doing, but since I don't have one, I just throw in pillows.
it's like, duh, I'm not a knickknack, damn it.
Takes all the knickknacks.
Ah.
I just said central column because that looked a lot like a toilet seat.
PCs go down the hole.
Dear Lord. We're in the lavatory of giants.
I think I'd be willing to play in that space. There's a place just called the Lavatory of Giants. I think I'd be willing to go there as a character.
Alright.
Corn the size of your fist.
You know what? You cut out
I
enough
brought that up.
that I didn't hear it,
Now,
but you also cut out enough that I don't want you to repeat it.
I just cut a little bit about corn, the size of, and then it cut.
Yep.
Alright, so you step in here. The central column area here could clearly be used as some sort of elevator when there was power. Now, you also have what looks like some sort of spiral staircase over here and a ladder over here. There is the usual emergency lighting.
Cat's gonna go over to this ladder.
Does the ladder go down or up?
It goes up.
She's
You are
gonna-
essentially on the lowest level of the ship.
Okay.
She's gonna very as quietly as someone can in mag boots, go up the ladder and kind of peek up, see if she sees anything
Okay.
as subtly as she can.
Once again, I would like to interject. We're in space. Cut the boots off and just push slightly
Yeah.
and you'll float up.
Yeah.
And it's completely silent because there's no
Well,
atmosphere in
She
here.
doesn't want to be like, shoot straight up. She just wants to like peek above.
No, but
and,
with the
like-
ladder in front of you, you can control it very accurately by using very, very minute forces.
Does she have that kind of zero-G training, though?
No. She's going to use the
No,
ladder
I
like
mean,
a
like,
ladder.
literally just holding a rung and pulling up slightly. You'll float a little bit, but as you float, if you just push down a little bit, you'll kind of
Also,
bob, but you'll have fairly accurate control.
I'm also checking out the stairwell if she's going up the.
Okay.
She's going to do whatever she has to do to just barely peek above,
All right.
into the next floor up.
Scroll your map up slightly, and you'll see the next level up.
Okay, and she's coming out like right there.
Correct.
Okay. Does she see any bodies, any people?
No, right here seems to be the
Medical station?
the medical station. This is the workroom.
Okay.
Oh, what floor is this elevator's base on?
The bottom floor.
Okay.
You're not sure.
But
It doesn't appear that I say elevator. It appears that it was some sort of anti-grav.
Right, but like, going up, is there just a giant hole in the second floor?
Yes, with some grating around.
Okay.
It. All right. Patrick, you said you were checking out the spiral staircase.
Yes. I can try. Right. I assume I come out like right around here or so.
Yes, yes, yes. Danru, what are you doing down here?
Do we
Man, I'm all
want
out
to
of
clear
pillows to
the?
throw.
Do we want to clear the bottom floor before going up?
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and hit this back door and crack it a little bit, see if the atmosphere comes out. Or see if there's atmosphere.
You crack it and give me a strength saving throw.
Cat's coming like back down the ladder.
Okay, well you're coming down the ladder as he's cracking the door open, so.
15.
When you crack the door open, the atmosphere actually rushes out with enough force. You lose your grip on one hand and kind of flop to the side. But you catch yourself. It doesn't shake you loose. You don't go. It doesn't slam you up against a wall or anything like that. Clearly, this back bay still had, was still pressurized.
Okay.
Jason,
Mhm.
are you reading me? Okay.
I'm reading you
because,
now.
cut it. Yeah, good. Is cut off at all. All right. Checking. No power up here at all. Correct.
Correct. Just the emergency lights,
I will float down the central
All right, anyway,
and join.
let me get back to Danru cracking open the door here for the reveal of this room.
just asking really quick. There's no door here or here where the walls break, is there?
There are doors there, but they're shut.
Okay.
And Taylor, what is your AC?
Without a shield, 16.
All right.
And since I said I was using my halberd earlier, I would assume I don't have my shield out.
No. It's in there. Oh, that's right. You were using your halberd, not just your hand. So.
Yeah, because I was trying to angle myself where a backdraft wouldn't hit me.
Yeah.
Despite the fact this backdraft just hit me.
Well, you'd have to crack it some to get the halberd in there. All right, and what is this guy?
Isn't that old Adrian?
We don't talk about that.
Maybe.
He's going evil, guys.
You replaced my pug. You replaced my pug. Now I seek revenge.
All right.
Having never seen Pet Sematary, that makes me feel like the plot of Pet Sematary. You replaced your goldfish, now the ghost of the old goldfish is coming for revenge.
Yes, you have clearly not seen Pet Sematary.
No, of course not. It sounds like a B movie. I ain't purposely going to watch it.
It's actually the remake, especially. It's not actually quite that bad. Come on, Jason. Remember how alphabetical order works.
Don't worry too much about alphabetical order. The alphabet in alphabetical order is weird.
Yeah, that's the one he's got. All right. All right, and you said your AC was a what?
27, 16.
16. All right.
AC's 32. Nothing can hit me.
Alright, a laser blast shoots past your head. And all the way back to the wall. In the cargo
From the
hold.
window?
No, it's from the door
To
to
the
the wall.
wall.
It's from the door to the wall, so no. Nice try, though.
You're really not letting me play in this space.
I know. Basically, this guy was clearly waiting in ambush. And he was braced, so the air rushing out, didn't pull him out. But it did throw his aim off enough that, it was clearly that, not me rolling a 2, that made him miss.
Whoa there, champ. Pulling up a turn order already?
Oh, no, I was just clearing the turn order. That's all.
Maybe you can calm down. Surely we can talk this out in
the vacuum of space.
In the vacuum of space. After killing their buddy.
Interpretive dance this.
You all start miming rapidly at each other.
No gun, no shoot. No gun, no shoot.
No gun, no shoot, please.
Me and my buddies will shoot you.
I will
Whoa,
electrocute
I
you.
will not shoot a single gun.
Cat miming all the gun, motions.
Alright. But Patrick, move yourself back to the stairs because you were coming down the stairs when Danry was doing his thing.
I was on the the central thing. You said because that was empty.
And he said he was coming down the,
Yeah.
like floating down.
Oh,
coming
I
back
see,
down
I
the
see, I
stairs.
see.
Yeah.
That whole 0G 3-dimensional movement thing. Yeesh. Alright.
You'll get used to it in time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
the Expanse literally has like scripts. It's like these scenes take place in 0G. These don't.
It's important to know. Alright, everybody roll your initiative. Remember to click on your pog and then hit it on your character sheet.
Hey, I just clicked it on my character sheet and it immediately went to turn order. I'm happy with that.
Okay, that's good.
Mhm.
Maybe it's because I had not given your pogs turns already. Okay, now I typed in the D bags. Why did it not accept it? There we go.
You're not in control here. Roll 20 is in control here.
Apparently. All right, so that was his surprise round. Regular round. Top of the order is Cat.
She's gonna fall back to here. And she's gonna make a motion like, please don't shoot. But if he shoots, she's gonna shoot back. She's gonna give him the option of, trying to talk this out first, but on his next turn, if he shoots somebody, she's shooting back. Hold action.
Alright.
Bold move considering these are the people that literally boarded our ship immediately shooting at us.
And you see how that worked out, so maybe these guys are smarter.
Yeah, say, they took out 2 of them.
They really seem like a space cult. I don't expect intelligence.
How?
I've never met a smart space cult.
How many space cults have you met?
Yeah.
Then you'd think.
Alright. He moves away from Danru. Now, does your halberd give you reach?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes, it does.
So him walking back 5 feet would not trigger an attack of opportunity.
Correct. An unfortunate but correct statement.
Oh, that looks like a fun one. There's also a song with that title that I like. Here we are. Okay, he steps here. Uses an Esper ability. So Dandru, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
That sounds less fun than most things. Need you to calm down there. 14.
Okay. When he brings his hand up, it's like this, almost like a web of electricity, spreads out from his hand, wraps around you. It is immensely uncomfortable. But only for a second you're able to shrug it off. He then continues his movement and you get an attack of opportunity.
Yay.
Yay, indeed. And you miss.
Yeah, no.
Would him attacking have triggered... Well, no, she wouldn't have seen him when he...
Right, he stepped over to the
Been able to
side
see
before
him.
he did that.
Yep. Never mind.
And then he retreats further into the room. Patrick.
Since there's just the 3 of us, I'm going to activate my aim. We all get the +2 2 to hit and +2 to our saving throws.
Okay. Aimbot is on. Is that the one I'm supposed to be using? I guess so. Okay. Alright, so you activate the aimbot. Do you do any moving?
Move over here.
Okay.
I wonder.
Danru, you're up.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and do
Oh.
an auto swap from my glaive to spear and pop the shield.
Also, there's the
Alright, you cut out, Patrick. What was that?
the little target symbol in the roll 20 screen. That'll help you remember that the aimbot's up.
Oh, yes.
I think you have to scroll down a bit for
Yeah,
it.
it's the bottom one.
1, 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'll take a 5-foot step into the room.
Okay.
Are there people on the sides of the doors ready to shoot?
No. He seems to be alone in the room.
I'm gonna run up then. And I'm gonna go ahead and...
Well, you know what? Give me a perception check. Give me a perception check.
You assume you're alone in the room.
You're alone with the
We're
dog.
alone now.
Yes,
16.
you appear to be well, not alone in the room, but you know.
Doesn't seem to be anyone around.
No one you didn't know about anyway. All right, so you run up to him.
Yeah, I'll run up to him, and I'll take one big ol' empowered swing.
You about to ruin his day, aren't you?
Well, I mean, infused strike's not super powerful. So when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack using your weapon link, the spear, I'm weapon link too, you can spend 1 tech slot to deal radiant damage to target, in addition to the weapon's damage, an extra 2d8 for a rank 1, plus 1d8 for each slot rank higher.
Okay.
I'm only level 3, so I only have first level.
It's kind of like a smite.
So let's see if it hits.
Yep, give me the attack roll.
Does a 20 hit?
Yeah, that man just did nick him.
Alright, then the spear does 5 plus 2d8. 12 total.
Okay.
I always get concerned when there's the noise of rolling dice.
What? It's nothing.
Of course.
Better write that
Yeah.
down. Okay.
And as a bonus action, I will enter a defensive stance that lasts until the start of my next turn.
All right. What does this defensive stance do?
It's Zone Defender. While in your defensive stance, you can make opportunity attacks without using your reaction, and you can use your reaction to make a melee attack against a creature that moves more than 5 feet while within your reach.
Okay.
So if she tries to move past me, I can pop. If she just takes a 5-foot step back, no pop.
Gotcha. Cat, you're up.
Well, we're beyond talking. She moves in here, kind of moves to the side, and takes a shot.
Okay.
24 hits, 8 piercing plus death strike, 13 total.
Okay. He ain't looking the best in the world. You can see some atmosphere venting out of his suit where Danru stabbed him. It's the suit seems to be self-sealing though.
It has liquidized Flex Seal.
Something like that.
Just slap some of that flex tape on there.
That's a lot of damage.
Yes, that's
Weird.
quite a lot of damage. He is not looking good.
No, it's part of the Flex Tape commercial.
No.
Oh.
He
I
saws a boat in half and then yells, "That's a lot of damage." And then proceeds to flex tape it back together.
Yeah. Alright. But the Cat's Blast use an energy weapon or projectiles?
Just a regular old pistol.
Okay.
Using a small metal ball.
To ricochet around a spaceship. Oh yeah.
This is gonna turn out great, guys.
Misses
I
can be
better
all
not
kinds
miss.
of fun.
Splash damage.
I mean, I'd have to assume space metal is typically better than bullet metal.
Still not, flesh will still get kind of messed up. Unless
Yeah.
it embeds in some of the space metal.
More than likely, it will simply ricochet around the room.
We'll be
In a
fine.
vacuum, there's no air drag to slow it down. There's no gravity to pull it to the ground. It ricochets indefinitely.
Well, I mean, no, impact force would slow us
Slow
down.
it down.
Eventually. It would probably ricochet quite a bit, though.
And
Depending
hang
on-
on. Hang on, Jason,
That
let's,
depends
cut
on a
off for
lot
second.
of factors. I'm willing to just let it go. It will ricochet a lot.
Yeah, I'm about to drop out for a second, Jason.
Okay.
Actually,
I don't
I go next, so
Oh, yeah, you do. Anyway,
I
cat
don't-
shot slams into him. There's a little spurt of atmosphere before it seals up. The bullet hole being a lot smaller than the
The
actually,
spear hole.
You're at your spear at this point, so it's somewhat
Or-
smaller.
Guys, do our spaceships do that? Space suits?
Yes,
good.
otherwise the slightest
One.
damage to the suit would basically kill you.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, it was in character, I'm sorry. I should let the guys answer.
all right.
Then it's Golden Boy.
Ah.
Danru, you can see him yelling in his suit.
Wait, I'm Golden Boy?
No, the guy in front of you.
Oh, okay.
And you
okay.
can see him yelling in his suit. He's yelling at somebody.
And for just for your information, Jason,
Uh-huh.
there's a sensor jammer on him. I purchased it.
And what does that do?
It makes us difficult to track. It's got a. I need to page down.
Danru, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Yay.
Oh, it did work. Good.
Nope.
He brings up his hands, and suddenly there's some sort of fluid goes flying towards you.
Gross.
All right, Jason.
9 points of acid damage, Sutter.
Ow.
Just acid floating around and
Well, it seems to kind
What
of
kind of madman?
glue onto the, surface tension. Maybe is holding it to the suit as it
What
bubbles
kind
away.
of madman just throws acid around?
Space cultist.
apparently
man.
this guy.
And Patrick.
Space cultist. Space cultists. We also have Mel Gibson, the acid throwing sheriff. That was a Saturday Night Live skit.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where in the world you're coming up with that.
Sensory jammer. The device counteracts the effects of motion sensor within 50 feet. The jamming signal can be detected with a successful DC-14 intelligence computer check. This device has no effect on detection based on expert talents or techniques.
Okay.
Essentially, anybody trying to use radar, kind of just base sensors on us, if we're within 50 feet of me, won't work.
Gotcha.
It's just like a bubble
But
shield.
they're likely to notice that there's a jamming field up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they still have to make that roll. But yes, and also my go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will electric shock this poor man right here. Let's see. Yes, that's one of my 22 hit him.
Yeah. Oh yes. 22 definitely hits him.
No. So 6 points of damage.
He's in a bad way. He looks kind of partially cooked. Danru, you can see blood running out of his eyes. His nose is bleeding.
I feel no pity.
Well, you should. What kind of inhuman beast are you?
I'm a soldier. I've seen this plenty of times.
And then it's your go.
Also, coordinated strike. My little drone that zaps him too.
Oh yeah. Give me a roll then.
My only pity is that this poor fool got in a space cult. Everything after that is just eh.
Yeah, wrong one.
He brought this.
17.
That is a hit. This is more electrical damage.
Yes. It actually does a little more damage than my base zap does. But not like that, so... Oh, that's radiant damage, if that matters.
No, not particularly. Not with these guys. He gives one last convulsion and just kind of goes still in his suit. His arms kind of slowly drift up. One foot was pulled off the ground, so the legs kind of raised up, kind of odd, but the other boot is still attached to the ground, so he's just kind of floating there in space. Like some sort of space scarecrow.
It looks like he's trying to do the crane stance.
Right, he's about to crane kick Danru, yeah.
And ducking out just for a second, Jason.
Okay, go ahead.
That is gonna kind of peek back around the corner, see if anyone else is coming. Because
Before you get a chance to do that, it is somebody else's turn.
whoa, fantastic!
Yeah.
That's someone else's Danru. Haha.
Does she see the person coming?
No. Alright, Danru, you go after this guy, so is there anything you want to do?
Is there only one door?
Yes.
I
Though
walk back to the...
This hold is as tall as... Let's see. As 2 layers. It's basically it's got 2 layers to it.
So I could jump to the second story and punch the window?
Yeah, sort of.
I don't plan on doing that.
Oh, hang on, let me...
Falcon!
A little bit north of the picture of the ship. Here's the side view. Let me unveil that.
Okay. So, like, the little floor we went up to with the medical band workshop kind of looks out over the cargo bay.
Yeah, this is this is the central column here that goes completely up and down. This would be the little area y'all had come into, getting into the ship, and then y'all are currently back here in the cargo deck.
Oh, did the missile bay have an access to the second floor? We just didn't notice.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We'll just say
No. Above the missile bay is the forward hold.
Okay, just
Yeah, the picture's odd there.
oh well. Such things happen.
Yeah. All right, so you're falling back to the door.
Yeah, shield out. Expecting an attack.
All right, let's see. That would be there. So she's got a good view of everybody. All right. I think this is going to require an attack roll. All right, saving throw from everybody. Let me check radiuses. Yep, that's going to get everybody. Even her buddy, but he's dead, so I don't guess she cares.
it's gonna be extra dead.
Everybody give me a dexterity saving throw. Alright, so we have an 18 and a 17. Half as much of a successful. Do I have that many dice on me?
No.
Oh wait, that's not each side of the thing though. That does make a difference. I appear to be 1 6-sider short. Oh well. We'll let Patrick roll.
Doing some real ASMR with them dice.
What do you mean?
Felt like you put them right up next to the mic.
No, I'm just sitting here, just right in front of me. Of course, my mic's just right here.
All right, all I heard was a whole bunch of dice rolling.
Roll a dex save.
Yeah, dick save.
You were hoping just to hit me, didn't you?
No, it was an area effect thing.
Yeah. All right, and everyone still has that +2 because of the aimbots.
Oh,
That helps with saves too.
so not,
Yes.
makes me 19.
Neat.
It's basically the bless
Even
spell.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, that's right. Anyway, give me a deck save.
Nat 20.
All right. So you all take half damage. 7.
As we all get hit by a space fireball.
Would a space fireball work?
It would be plasma or something that doesn't actually need atmosphere, but surely, anyway.
All right. So full damage is a 24. So all
That
of you will take
uses-
12.
Ow.
Let's
Ouch.
see. Create an expanding globe of gravimetric force, which engulfs everything within its area.
Oh, he's an adept.
Let's see. Dexterity saving throw. The sphere also does damage to structures and objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. So it shreds our buddy's suit pretty well. This gravity force you feel kind of tearing at you seems to originate from here. Keep working. There we go.
From
Yeah.
so that's still
Essentially, that's the center of the fireball effect or gravity ball effect or whatever. Everybody, give me perception rolls. Since she
Also,
is
how much damage did you say?
Be 12 points after the halving.
12 for me.
7.
Oh, you guys suck.
Not in combat, dude. Come on.
Fair enough, fair enough. Let me roll her stealth, because she's not really being that stealthy right now, but yeah. No, she rolled a 1, though, so you do still manage to spot her. Alright, if you'll scroll your maps up slightly.
I mean, I have to assume she's the only other location that can see us.
There's a ladder right here.
The ladder's on the other side.
Oh, you mean there's
over there.
grid walkways there?
Yeah. Like little balconies.
I mean, that would have been nice to have known. I would have traveled there.
Yeah, you kind of, failed your spot thing when you walked in, so. You checked right outside the door, but you didn't think to go.
Yeah, but then when we looked up and saw the window there, I thought I'd also see walking platforms, if they were there.
Yeah, fair enough. I should have mentioned it. Still not used to this whole 3D thing.
Well, you're gonna have to get used to space, Jake.
Yes, I know. This is the first time we've dealt with it, Patrick. Calm down.
Spock believes you're limited to shows a two-dimensional thinking.
Now hold on though. Looking up to see things that are above you is done in 2-dimension in D&D. Also, let's not pretend this is a space thing. I can look
Do you want us to
up.
move our pogs up there?
Since we're in space and there's no gravity,
Yes, you can go ahead and move your pogs there if you want to. It will make
Yeah,
it.
I mean, we can always just say we use an action to go up the ladder or something, but just so we're on the same map.
No. Just put your pogs right where they would.
mine is, but you haven't revealed it yet.
Really?
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'd have been right about here, more or less.
I got it zoomed in a little too high. There you go.
Well, you were still on the ground floor, so.
Oh, okay. Here we are.
Moving it. I'm putting you where you were on the bottom in correlation to this map.
Gotcha.
So on this level, it's a window, but the Danru's in front of the door right here.
Maybe I should need to zoom out a little better. There we go.
But that correlates with where you were standing on that lower.
Okay.
It's like this guy's body would be over here, but
And
but he's been shredded, so screw that guy.
so, old cat and old Adrian are attacking us.
Yep.
It's attack of the retired pogs. All right, so
How
you
come
see her.
old me got powers?
Well, the trick is, though,
Being
after
retired
you guys-
gave her an inferiority complex, so she really went out and worked at it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, after her pog was retired, she had this lengthy training montage you never saw.
Had theme music and everything. So, anyway, she fires that attack off. Y'all spot her as she basically pulls back from the edge and, runs through presumably the door there into the medical area.
All right. So whose turn is it now?
We're back at the top of the order with Cat.
How much movement would she have to expend to just kind of jump up onto the...
We'll say 20 feet.
Okay, she is going to expend that movement to get up here, right about, and take a shot.
Okay, let's see. 5. How far would she have moved? 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, she would move like 5 over and then 10 up and then 5 over.
Something
Or
like
20.
that. Something like that. You can still see her.
Okay. Taking a shot. 17.
Alright. And her AC is better than the other guys, but not as high as what you just rolled.
Okay. 8 piercing. And she's going to use her bonus act. Can use her cunning action / bonus action to hide. Or attempt to hide.
Okay.
Whoa. Yeah, she's bleeding a little bit, but yeah.
It's,
kind of
what
like
is her passive
looks back.
perception? Okay. Then it's Patrick.
All right, I may have to make a full move for this, but I will go into the central column. Release the gravity boots and leap up to the second floor. Kind of getting cover right here.
5, 10, 15, 20. Alright, it's going to be 30 feet, basically getting to the center of the column here.
And
But if you're double moving...
yeah, I knew I was going to... Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Then you have no problem getting where you wanted to get there. You know, you leap up there and duck around the corner. As you hear gunfire start... Well, actually, take it back. You wouldn't hear gunfire. You might see some muzzle flash, but that'd be bad. Danru.
Yup. Alright, so the whole elevator platform, is the elevator just like an elevating platform?
Right. It's
So
just a platform and lifted and lowered probably with some sort of anti-grav.
Right, so I could step on it and jump up, cutting off my mag boots, and just into the second floor.
That's exactly what Patrick just did.
Yeah.
Then I will, as an action, use the thing I'm surprised I haven't used yet, Regenerative Force.
Ooh, that sounds nifty. What does it do?
You have a regenerative pool that replenishes when you take a long rest. With that pool, you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your Sentinel level Sentinel level times 5. As an action, you touch a creature and draw from the pool. Restore a number of hit points to that creature up to the maximum amount remaining in your pool. Alternatively, you can spend points to cure diseases or poisons.
It's lay on hands. Okay.
It's lay on. Yeah.
So who are you
It's
touching to
called
heal?
Regenerative Force, and you respect it.
I didn't say I didn't
I'm gonna go ahead and put 15 points back in my health pool.
Okay.
Because I've taken enough damage to be able to do that. And yeah, just gonna run up and jump. I'm presumably gonna be hitting the ceiling. Second floor.
It goes up to the 3rd floor as well.
Yeah, but if you angle, you jump.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
I'm just clearing it for somewhere in that area.
Gotcha.
But because I'm not going to be able to land due to gravity, I'm going to have to mag to the ceiling.
Okay.
I treat space very seriously.
Clearly.
Space camp did not go to waste on me. I understand how motion in space works, and it sucks.
So you were on the
It
ceiling.
is so hard to do anything in space.
Alright, so that is your... And the lay on hands takes an action.
I believe it is, yes.
No. Alright, so that is your turn.
Yes, as an action. And I don't want to make it confusing, so I won't zone defense on the ceiling.
Good man, good man. Alright. Well. She found herself surrounded much quicker than she expected.
That's because we give it no cares about our own health. We just want to kill the thing that shot at us.
Who hit us with the damn gravity bomb? Sick 'em! Sick 'em!
She's screaming something in her helmet. It might have been, it wasn't me, but you don't know for sure.
You poor deluded fool, throwing a fireball with no tank around.
Oh, you aggroed everybody. That was a mistake. What was I looking for? Oh, yes.
Little did she know she was battling an entire party of Leroy Jenkins.
We're here and we have 0 fucks to give.
And we all have chicken.
If you see right here, this is the storage room where I keep all of my fucks. As you can see, it is empty.
She sees you. She notices Patrick run around the corner, and then she sees Danru jump up and Spider-Man to the ceiling.
Cat's like, good job distracting, guys.
She kind of lifts herself up off the floor, and she kind of judders and kind of flickers upwards and disappears.
You had to whisper it?
What did she whisper?
Fucking espers. She's whispering it very quietly to herself.
Well, all of you are Esper, so, you know, you're allowed to say it.
I'm an Esper?
Yeah, that's how you got regenerative forces you can use, and how you can pump power into your attacks.
No, that's space. That's just space magic.
Yeah, that's what Espers are.
Yeah, got magical stuff in his DNA that allows him to do that.
To be fair, I'm halfway playing the character correctly, the Sentinel, because Espers are seen differently through the eyes of a Sentinel.
Oh, are they? Well, all cultures potentially look at it differently, so.
Because Sentinels see it more of the harness and them integrating than them being an Esper. They see it more as them being biotech.
Cat's gonna sneak into the medical bay and look for anything that might patch her up.
I'm
They
right
have
here.
medical equipment, but it will take a little time.
No
Yeah,
space,
that's-
like healing potion.
Acta, unfortunately.
I think we've forgotten to buy the equivalent
Yeah.
for like three
Sessions.
stops at 3 different locations now.
Oh,
Well, we haven't been back to the stations.
Danru, give me a perception check, since you're weirdly placed.
You say weirdly. It sounds like I'm very well placed. I'm not in a fight. I can't see anything.
Oh, and hello to Bubba, who has shown up in our Twitch channel.
Oh, hey.
Hopefully he hasn't been there for too long without me noticing, but you know. I've got 3 screens. Keeps my attention spread around. And a mold.
Kat's still just going to find anything of interest. She's
Okay.
hoping like something in the medical bay will be like, well, this is why we have rainbow crazy blood.
So you're searching.
Oh, good. It wasn't that long then.
Do a search check.
Well, there are. Are these screens over here? These are lockers now.
Let's see here.
And this is
It's all some kind of medical equipment, you know.
okay.
That looks like a ladder up.
Or is it the ladder down? It is in fact the ladder. That one is in fact the ladder down.
Okay, I was about to go. That's very relative to the nearest body, of the nearest star. Or your perspective on what is up and down inside a spaceship. That's in zero.
The lower
gravity.
deck and the upper decks dictate up and down
For you.
on a ship.
Kat's
I'd start
looking
going to
for
the
shit.
specifics of like an upside down ship in relative gravity to a planet, where up is now
And
down
ev-
and down is
but
now
every,
up.
and everybody on the ship is going to be using the same up and down based on the layout of the ship. Anyway, you begin searching through medical supplies. You find some. Crap. What are they called in this? They're like serums in Starfinder. And you know, potions in D&D.
It's
Let's see, not antitoxins, though I'm probably in the right category.
I'm trying to find it too.
Healing. Crap, I even. AMPOULE.
Ampules?
Yeah, that's it.
first aid kit. You said healing what?
Ampules.
Healing ampules. Drinks
Yes.
this are injected with liquid.
You find 3 of them.
She will add those to her 2 knickknacks that she just kind of is clutching when she's not shooting things.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I would like to grab have one of those as well as I also get.
She chucks it across the room at you and looks around for like a little bag or something. If
Well, you
not,
got a
she's
little
just gonna make one
medical
out of a
satchel. Yeah,
pillowcase.
there's a little medical satchel there.
Awesome. She just chucks it all in there.
I also inject, just to be on the safe side. So that's 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
I believe that's what it was, yes. Yeah, 2d4 plus 2. Now, while they're doing all this medical stuff, Danry, what are you doing?
Guess I'm gonna sit here with my magic and
that
not
was-
have anything to do.
Not great, but not baddie.
Huh. Not really sure what there is for me to do. I guess I'll look into the 3rd floor.
There's 2 ladders here. This one.
I'm attached to the ceiling elevator. I just take a step and poke my head up.
Alright, if you scroll yourself up, or scroll your map up slightly.
Oh,
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected to see.
Oh, hang on, though. Getting right there was just the ability she used, which is a bonus action, so she'd actually be over on this side.
Because it has to be in sight.
Well, no, what she's doing specifically is trying to load herself into an
Oh.
escape pod.
Oh, okay.
the escape pods have their own electricity still.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
You know, an escape
presumably
pod
the-
would be a little useless if the ship getting taken
Yeah.
out, took them out.
Yeah, presumably whatever launches the escape pods themselves could power.
Yeah.
Or it's purely mechanical in nature,
Yeah.
Cat is going to try to. Well, no, she doesn't see this. Never mind.
Yeah. All right, Dan Roof. You see this? What are you doing?
I guess I will. So the door to the escape pod is open.
Yes.
I'm assuming it's very small.
Yeah, they're fairly small.
Can I just like dive into it, halberd first or spear first?
Into her or?
No, into the thing that can't dodge. I'll just the one escape pod she's trying to get into, just jam a spear into the controls of it.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Just bam. Now you can't use it. What up?
And you miss. The whole flipping over to the other side of the catwalk and springing forward. It just kind of throws you off, you know. You wind up next to her.
That's fine and dandy.
She looks at you and you hear over your comm. You lot are actually becoming troublesome. We're going to have to spend. We're going to have to expend some actual resources in dealing with you. She's using an open channel that you can pick up.
Also on the open channel, you could literally just pay us off to leave you alone, and we probably would.
We couldn't pay off the old man, though.
Fair enough. You'd probably pay him off with knowledge.
He does not need this knowledge. He is not allowed this knowledge.
This is going on. Cat is going to move to the central column and try.
Right.
And I also.
Yeah.
Now you've hit the point of attempting to control what people can and cannot know, and that's always a bad plan.
There is some knowledge that others have no rights to.
Enough talking! Cat's gonna try and shoot her. Mostly because she just doesn't want this lady to get out.
I love how it is local farm boy attempts philosophical discussion. Baroness shoots a gun.
I don't know if she was a baroness or anything. I wouldn't.
Oh, I don't know if she was a baroness or anything. I'm just assuming.
Nobody knows any of her background.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Nobody knows her sorrow. Alright, was the 11 your shot? Alright, that misses.
Yeah.
That misses.
Okay, and so we are getting a turn to shoot her at least.
Yes,
once?
yeah, we're just going to go down the initiative order. Since Cat has initiated combat.
Okay. Actually. Ow. Okay. I was using my laser blast, one of my Esper abilities, and that's a 20.
Okay. So that's definitely a hit. Carry on.
Where's the spell? I'd say spell the talent. I'm sorry.
I just used laser blast earlier.
That is. Yeah. 46 radiant damage. And the next and Danner's attack will have advantage.
Yeah. Assuming he's the next one.
Yay.
And I think you can crit with Esper abilities if they're required.
Yes. Yes,
so that's
these are
8d6.
Yeah.
Ow.
That's going to wipe her from existence.
That's going to leave him. Oh, we're getting raided again. Hello, Curious Crafts. And
Ah.
everybody that follows in with them.
Raid!
Howdy, y'all. We're about to blow up an escape pod.
Well, not really the escape pod, just the person. Did she get into it already?
No, she was in the process
right
of
in front of
getting
it.
ready going.
She's right in front of it, and there's a very large laser blast.
Well, she just took 36 points of damage.
Sweet mammy jammy.
That
You're not going to
almost
make
did.
any kind of friends like that, Patrick.
I'll
Oh,
never know what she meant.
I kind of hearing her talk. She sounds like the frog person does.
I just like the idea. Oh, you're gatekeeping knowledge? Just gone from existence.
How dare you gatekeep knowledge?
Mm-hmm.
Enough
Oh.
talking.
Don't worry, Anshoku. We're already fighting in a vacuum. This ship has already been utterly destroyed.
Yes, the last session involved the two ships crashing into each other, so this one's just dead. It's been leaking.
We're
All in
literally
our
just-
protective Ziploc bags.
We're hunting space cultists in the wreckage of a
You
spaceship.
don't know that they're space cultists. You're assuming.
Speculated space cultists.
So also 36 points of damage.
Yes, huge laser blast catches her right up under the sternum. She looks very startled.
as one does.
As one does when they no longer have a sternum.
Uh,
Or a torso.
some air out of her
feelings.
some air leaks out of her suit, along with
Rainbow colored.
some ash. She kind of staggers back. Only the fact that she's wearing mag boots keeps her on her feet. It did not kill her, though she looks like she's that close to it.
Also, coordinated attack.
Your
Wait,
little drone
what?
follows
What?
up.
Let's see if she has anything else to say. Consider we'll probably be able to kill her with a stiff
Well,
breeze.
also, Danru has advantage next attack, too.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
Anshoku? Anshoku, if you are in a vacuum and in low G, combat is 3D. I know, and I've been trying to explain this, and it's not working.
I let you hang from a ceiling. What else do you care? This is our first
get it.
0G combat, so I've been flubbing it some. But anyway,
And the one kid who's been to space camp is trying to explain it, and it's not going well.
Just reeing quietly, like, no!
all right. So Patrick, are you taking your follow-up shot or not?
I choose not to.
Okay.
Because this way Danru can... Because currently Danru you have, or Taylor, you have advantage.
All right, Andrew, what are you gonna do?
I guess I will attempt to grapple this unaged person.
Okay.
That'd be just a raw strength,
Would it be an attack roll?
or is there a combat maneuver?
I think it's an attack roll followed by a strength check, I believe.
So D20 plus 2. All right.
And-
17.
And again, you have advantage on this attack.
Still 17.
All right, give me the strength check. You definitely make contact with her.
Oof.
Oh, she's not good at this at all.
I didn't roll high at all.
She got a total of a 7.
I have a total of a 7.
But in this case, it goes to the defender or the attacker.
I think it would go to the defender in this case. So she manages to kind of flail her way out.
Sorry, I'm doing freaking out motions because Anshoku is sitting there is no up and down. Have fun with that, and I've been trying to explain.
Guys, we're shooting space cultists with lasers and magic.
And bullets.
Yes.
And bullets.
And bullets.
Don't forget, every time you try to bring science into this, a cat girl dies.
No, this is a sci-fi setting, so you're allowed to bring science into it to some degree.
Okay.
All right.
Bring rational science into it.
So
Yes,
it is
that's
her turn. She reaches up, snaps her helmet off, flings it across the room,
Cat ducks.
and Patrick, she makes a rude hand gesture at you while she's, she flings the thing, makes a rude hand gesture at you, and then kind of starts, asphyxiating.
Interesting.
Give me. She only had a hit point left, so it ain't gonna take too long. For
Okay.
bad things. Truthfully, just the decompression might have got her at just that many hit points. So she'll make the rude hand gesture before she snaps the helmet off.
That seems a bit dramatic.
Look at the hair. Clearly, she's a dramatic person. Give me perception checks, everybody.
And we're still on. Oh no.
It's a 20 for me.
Because I've been fighting something, it's a 16.
It's the adrenaline, man. I'm telling you, it's the adrenaline. All right, all you got a 15 or better. You all notice the rainbow light that kind of drifts out of her. But where usually, when you see that light, it either drifts into the ground quickly, or fades out, or something. You see it a little bit better right now because with only the emergency lighting, it's kind of dim in here, so it shows up better.
It's still doing a rude hand gesture.
It's just sort of shaky. It's vibrating in a way you haven't noticed before. I mean, a couple of times any of you have seen this. Give me. I doubt it's sense motive in this. What is it called?
Oh,
Insight?
it's
Insight. That's
Insight. I do in fact have that. Insight, yes. Let's say.
It's not dirt. I'm not very insightful about it.
18.
Two of you don't know what to make of the vibrating. Patrick,
It's Morse code.
no, you think this little patch of light is angry. You just get this feeling of frustration from it.
And to which I actually say, no one likes a sore loser.
But eventually it begins to fade out through the wall.
Like going out into space.
You don't know, you lose track of it when it hits the wall.
I'm suspecting these aren't really cultists, but rather some alien force controlling people at this point.
Is it going through this wall? Like, or
It
this
kind
wall?
of drifts
Or
out
this wall?
at an angle this way.
Okay.
Alright. From henceforth out, we need to have vacuum cleaners on us.
Guys.
This way, when this thing emerges, we suck it up, and we have one to interrogate.
So we're
For
becoming
science.
Ghostbusters, right?
Yes. We're becoming Ghostbusters. Or since we're using vacuum cleaners, Luigi's Mansion.
Okay. Either one works for me.
And speaking of which, there's actually a third one of those coming out too, because you were into that earlier, Taylor.
Is it Extra Dark Moon?
No. Actually, it's supposed to have multiplayer in this one too. So.
But anyway, as that's drifting off, crap, blanked on his name for a second there.
Jim.
Jim, thank you. I'm thinking you're going Ben. Ben don't sound right.
Jimothy, how you doing in there?
You get a comm from Jim. We've got the rescue ships are here. They're what was it? Sorayan Defense Force. Which is, in this area, the closest thing you'd have to, like, the feds. Most planets are self-ruled, but these guys patrol, a lot of stuff that are in the, they fall under the Accord.
Who's this in the bathroom, or we just won't meet this person anymore?
Yeah, he was not supposed to be there.
I think maybe he was supposed to be there. And now we've found a secret to the story.
No, he was not important.
Cat is gonna put
I have
her head-
unfogged of war the map if you want to take a gander at the entire ship.
Just realized this. I want to say this is based on Traveler design.
Actually, it's from zerohour.com. Or that's where the story is.
The original, like, where they got the idea of the design. Because there's a ship in Traveler that looks exactly like it.
I don't know, man.
Probably.
Cat is gonna.
This is not a highly complicated ship shape.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simplistic. Because it's supposed to be a smaller one. But...
I mean, it's a square with a triangle attached.
Yeah.
But I do want to give them a shout out because they were jazzed about letting us use the maps in the game.
Yeah, because I recognize the maps too, because I actually...
Yeah, this looks good. I was not in any way insulting it of saying the base shapes they're using.
Oh, yeah. Throw it up in the chat, so anybody that's interested, anybody that needs space maps, and they sell them in, file formats to use like this, or you can get double-sided posters, and the double-sided posters come with miniatures, which I don't have handy, but it's all quite nice. And like I said, when I reached out to them asking them for permission to use it in the game, they were pretty jazzed about it. So if you're in the need for some sci-fi maps, give them a look.
Okay. Actually, I was looking up the image I was thinking about. It's a little different.
Yeah.
So never mind.
Probably a similar outline or something,
Yeah.
I'm really liking this Anshoku person. They're really asking the good questions.
They're asking questions I don't have answers to. Though interior walls should be listed here somewhere.
I enjoy it just because these are the kinds of things I would like. But presumably the ship is built well enough where all the ceiling and walls and floor could handle impact forces from a being. Just because if it wasn't built that way, once the artificial gravity got cut on, it would tear stuff apart.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And if this was more pure, this would be built more like an actual skyscraper rather than just a boat layout.
Cat is poking around in the staterooms. Does she find anything?
Personal effects and the like.
We'll make sure all of our space GoPro footage of the combat shows that they attacked us first to the space feds.
Not a problem.
Cat is stealing more knickknacks.
Russian dash cam in space.
Wouldn't that be messed up?
They didn't have any like PDAs or tech stuff.
Yeah.
You find a couple more of those. Patrick had found one earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything like in the stateroom like that, she would swipe because She knows the folks would want to see
And
it.
again, you said the power's completely out, so nothing at all in the.
In the cockpit, no.
That's what I thought.
So anyway, you have several minutes to quickly loot what you can.
Anything like from the workroom or PDAs and stuff like that, she's gonna swipe.
Okay.
Stuff in the medical bag.
And there's some tools. There's some, it's a workroom like Adrian or Patrick or Hull would use.
Yep.
So pretty soon you've got several Defense Force troopers wandering around both your ship and this one. They're gathering evidence. They take all of you back to their ship.
And we have the sheriff from down.
That's a whole other star system way off somewhere.
Oh, we're somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're after the.
This is the open waters. This is the Green Lantern Corps,
Gotcha.
where they don't have.
Well, y'all were still in the star system. Y'all are on your way out.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah,
planet
but, like,
y'all had met up with the professor.
They don't specifically care about single planet cops.
Well, as a, if you could use that guy as a reference if he was local. And it might be somebody they know,
Yeah.
but they review your footage. The man in charge introduces himself, and he has an accent that none of your characters, being from Earth, other than maybe Jade, who's playing here, wouldn't recognize the accent. But he introduces himself as Van William Poole. He is apparently an investigator with him. He asks, "So what exactly went on here?"
We were preparing to leave the system,
Mm-hmm.
and they fired on us. We fired back.
Yeah,
They boarded our ship. We boarded theirs.
Mm-hmm.
we can show him the footage of them deploying fighters, us counterattacking.
That kind of ship doesn't usually have fighters. And one thing you would have noticed was that the fighters were basically docked to the outside of the ship.
Just me being the engineer, I could probably already figure out that was like a scratch job.
And
Yes.
Luckily, as we've stated before, all the drones we have active tend to keep records,
Mm-hmm.
so we kind of have records of the open comm communication with them. Anything else, we really don't have any communications with them other than that open comm part. So we can kind of make a decision whether or not to share that.
A lot of that we may not want, because that. Also, you're the one that basically were asking whether we could be paid off. Lie.
Bug.
Well, I mean, you could pay us off to do a thing that isn't illegal.
Not
Okay.
illegal at all.
Researching an ancient culture is not illegal.
Taking
As long
money,
as you're not
taking
doing
money to
illegal
stop
things.
researching one also is not illegal.
Yep. It's just shitty.
But anyway, they review the footage. He's like, all right, clearly this was, clearly this was self-defense. After they boarded your ship and attacked, he completely understands why you'd go after them. I mean, since they were still a cleared present danger at that point. I assume you need us to haul you back to dry dock.
Is it something that we could repair?
You could repair your ship, yes. You could take a full repair, which is ship-wise the equivalent of a long rest. Do any of you have any legal knowledge?
Well,
Fine, legal.
Yes, the ship is ours.
we claim it under Necromonger law. Will this be investigation, lore, mechanics, or is that really a...
Lore. Go ahead and give me lore. This is kind of a general knowledge sort of thing.
Because open space is international waters. We own this ship. Or the feds will fight us for it, one or the other.
That's lore as well. I'm just trying to hunt it down.
It's...
It would be an int +2.
Yeah, it's intelligence. It's an intelligence
gonna-
skill.
I'm gonna roll Arcana and add 2. Oh, 18.
Okay. Kat, you're pretty sure that y'all would have salvage rights to the other ship, provided that you can drag it back.
Which we
Our
should
ship
be
is
able...
bigger. Be able to.
Yeah.
It means you would have to take the if you take the time to repair your ship and then, attach the other one and drag it back, you'll have full salvage rights to it. If you tell these guys, yes, we need you to drag us back, they will bring your ship and the other ship,
We wouldn't.
but you don't have salvage rights at that point. I mean, they don't take your ship from you or nothing, but
If we can repair our ship just by
Yeah.
taking ship long rest and then
Yeah,
get this
because...
ship, at most we can sell it for scrap.
Or dismount the missile launcher.
Well, yeah. We
And
can,
then remount
strip
the
down
missile
things we
launcher.
want- Strip down things we want and sell it even after we repair it for a profit. We can flip our ship.
Because luckily, we're in space, which is 0G, and we have ropes. We can move anything.
We would need a little bit more than rope.
Actually,
As long as the tensile strength isn't...
yeah, it's...
well, the trick
So
is any
bad.
change of direction, it's going to try to keep going the direction it was going, and then its mass does factor in.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Well,
we
it's
could-
all about keeping two opposing forces on perfectly opposite sides and adjusting by very small amounts.
Well,
There is one option. We could get at least the maneuvering thrusters on this ship fixed.
yeah, we can
And if-
take once we know the ship is clear, we can move ours alongside, take everyone over and be like, hey, the repairs on this, how long would the repairs on this take? And we can just take enough time to repair ours and enough
Alright.
time to get this one hot.
And Bubba asks an interesting question, but the whole factor of 10 thing does not come into a full repair. A full repair takes 24 hours.
And presumably that would be because a full rest is one person resting, a full repair is a full squad of people repairing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than one nervous system, you'd have multiple people fixing multiple places.
But a full repair takes
The
24
ability to
hours,
coordinate.
during which all hull points and structural integrity can be fully restored or recovered at a cost. Let's see what the cost is.
We'll be right back.
We're going to be not wealthy enough to do this, are we?
Probably not. Hull points
the
can be
other-
fully repaired so long as the ship is in an adequate stocked maintenance bay. Alright, y'all probably going to have a hard time doing a full repair out here. Let's see what a patch job does you.
Can prepare it enough to move.
Let's see. The ship gains hull points. Patch repair takes 1 hour, during which the crew makes temporary fixes to the ship's systems. During a patch repair, the crew can expend up to 2 hull dice from their maximum. The ship regains hull points equal to the result of the roll, plus the technician's wisdom modifier. In addition, any system failures affected upon the ship due to structural integrity loss are repaired. So Patrick would roll a... Let's see, what is it?
Probably mechanics.
No, excuse me. You can roll 2 hull dice, which is the way you can use your hit die totals to regain health during a short rest.
Alright, so what would be the die in the ship's
2d6.
case?
It'd be 2d6 plus your wisdom modifier. That's where you come into it, the wisdom modifier.
Uh-huh. Huh. So 13 hull points are back.
Alright. So basically you do this patch job, your ship is operational, You might not want to go on really long trips with it.
But we're just trying to get this ship and this
But
ship.
you're just limping back in to a system you're not even completely out of yet. You're just kind of limping back into the habited world.
To the space dock and getting us fixed up.
Now, give me a mechanics roll to make sure you get everything attached as far as hauling your salvage back.
There.
Go ahead and give yourself advantage since Adrian would be helping you.
Yeah. 13.
13 it is. All right. It takes longer than it should because you have cables come loose at one point. But you get it limped back to the dry dock in orbit. The mechanics and stuff there take one look at that ship and go, oh, that thing's shot. The actual frame is warped. Almost all the electronics are fried.
But we could probably take the components off and other things like that.
Yes, and there's plenty of salvage. I don't have you a money amount right handy, but it's definitely enough you can get your ship fully repaired without any trouble.
Also, we wanted to dismount the weapons, and this is just out of character. This is just as a crew.
What would you want the weapons for?
Because it was better than ours.
Yes. You can get the missile launcher off without any trouble. Well, they're not better. They're the same as yours, other than the missile launcher. The missile launcher, like I said, it needs a little bit of work on it, but could easily be added to the Roustabout. You have room in your hold to put it for right now. It also had two of the same kind of cannons. You got dual cannons. One of them was damaged. Was damaged kind of beyond repair in the collision. It was on the side that got hit. But the other one is still fully functional.
So we could break that one up and make our dual cannons triple cannons.
I'm back. How broke are we?
Ooh, Taylor's favorite viewer has given us some bits. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Anshoku.
We are very appreciative of that. Makes me want to quote Steven Universe every time I see it. Just the bits. So anyway, weapon system-wise, you managed to salvage the missile launcher and
one of the dual cannons.
And one of the cannons, yeah. Let's see here. And then other than that, it's, a lot of...
Probably, we could get practically extra rations from their pantry.
Yeah,
or air
all
filters.
Kinds of stuff like that.
Like siphon the fuel, so something you don't have to worry about.
Though you had more than likely you would sell the fuel because you'd probably more or less topped off right before you left.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll have you an exact money amount next time.
All right.
Minus whatever it costs to repair. Oh, while the repairs are going on, the detective with the defense force. I mean, he's got a regular rank in the force too, but as far as the purposes of y'all dealing with him, it's basically that he's a detective. He calls you into their station on board the dock. Do y'all give him any trouble as far as showing up?
Nope.
Reason to.
Okay. So we'll say you three go while the rest of them are still overlooking the repairs or some such. So I've been doing some research on you. And I have to ask, incidents like this seem to be happening to you often. There was a shooting at the station above Casparilla. And then, let's see, there was an odd attack on some repairman that you were escorting. On Casparilla itself, there was the drug bust.
Jason, you cut out completely with that.
Could the rest of you hear me?
Yes,
I could hear you.
the rest of us could all hear you.
Basically, the investigator is recounting all the odd incidents you guys have been involved in.
Which has been a lot.
How is it that in such a short period of time, such an odd assortment of people have continually been running into these sorts of things? Oh, and let's not forget the suicide bombing planetside just yesterday. Or a couple days ago, whatever it was.
We're not forgetting that at all.
I don't know, I have to double check to see if it's my mic or my earphones. It might be, like you're saying, the Wi-Fi is affecting things, because I just barely heard.
And you're just constantly going in and out on us. It's worse right now than it has been earlier. It's a tech issue. We'll have to sort it out. So anyway, he asked you about that. How is it that you're involved in all of this? What is going on?
Cat is
did
gonna
we
let somebody else talk.
have we shown them the audio of her being like, some knowledge is not for?
You had
Yada,
talked
yada,
like you had
yada.
not shown that.
All right, so if this dude's an enemy, he's just going to be an enemy regardless. We have a chance to make a quasi-ally by just coming out and telling him stuff.
Yeah.
If he was
I'm
gonna
actually.
attack us, he already would have attacked us.
So I will
hopefully.
show the open comms of the short discussion we had with her.
And also show him the
The
can't remember
footage.
the footage of the lights, the footage of the creature that attacked us. I cannot remember its name. Basically the frog dude.
Oh,
The
Gilbert.
jewel?
Gilbert.
Yeah.
Gilbert.
Y'all were calling him Gilbert, the little Gil man.
And explain from point A to point Z of the original attack was a transport for Mr. Achilles.
What is Achilles'
artifact.
last name? Achilles Vasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Achilles Vasher, had an artifact of this civilization. They attacked here, and due to the fact the man hired by him got injured, that dude lived, right?
Yes.
The courier, yes.
He then hired us, and basically while we've been investigating this stuff, these crazy people, and show the footage of the weird space rainbow stuff with
And
that
then-
shit, have kept attacking us.
And also the same people, because regardless of what situations where these kind of people have been attacking us, they've consistently said we continue to interfere. And also, you may also want to mention the attack at the university there too. So
He
already-
mentioned the suicide bomber.
Yeah. He already knows
Okay.
about all the attacks because it's been fairly recorded.
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, showing the private conversations and stuff and being like, these people have continued to chase and attack us for us investigating an ancient civilization for an archaeologist.
And
This
doing
is-
odd jobs.
This is bizarre.
While they're saying there's information people should not be allowed to have. You know, which means obviously they have some information that we don't and want to keep it so secure they're willing to murder a lot for.
And you have no idea who these people are, though.
The rainbow effect you see right there seems to be the only consistency between all of it. For example, the Gilbert, they actually point out, basically you see him swim away like that. That's an obvious demonstration of Esper powers, how his species is non-space travel.
Yeah, his species don't typically have espers yet.
That's true. You know, he
So,
you know, while you're mentioning stuff, he's bringing stuff. Yeah, according to the files we have on them, they were. Oh yes, we had to we as in the Defense Force, not me personally, had to shut down a very large slave ring that had been picking them up. So while some of them have traveled in space, you're right. This would be awfully early for that to cause the development of espers. I mean, not impossible, I guess. I'd have to ask an expert. I'm assuming this was an advanced race, the one you're researching.
Yes,
Yes.
because
They
we found. Oh, sorry.
No, they were a race advanced enough that they had tasked themselves with keeping other races alive. Because, talking about the archaeology or the archaeological dig Achilles had done, showing that there was a race there protecting the ruins of another race.
And I actually bring up that image. The race in question that they're guarding these ruins, we found evidence that this previous civilization had brought them there for a reason. Because we found evidence of that species in the facility itself.
Yeah, you'd found their genomes and all kinds of stuff. You'd found evidence they'd been genetically tweaking them to fit on the world better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some of the genetic modifications I'm sure we could do. But yeah, that's...
Yes, it's just more of...
I wonder if this is a group that has use of some of their technology and wants to keep it to themselves. There are several organizations loose in the universe that would hoard technology like that. I won't name any names because, well, it's just speculation at this point. He gives you a personal number that you can contact him at. If you would be so kind, could you keep me up to date on this?
As
on,
often as we can.
In any other encounters you have, if this is some sort of cult, as you've called them, or a criminal enterprise, it could be something that we've encountered before and just don't realize that the two are the same.
I'd also like
or
to
some
point
new
out
group we should look out for.
The consistency of that. Part of the reason why we've been describing them as a cult is these people, all of their backgrounds who have attacked, always seem to come from very, very different backgrounds for no particular reason, and seem to have an almost irrational disregard for their safety. The original attack on the artifact was done. It was a suicide mission. So far, every time we've encountered these groups, it has been some form of a suicide mission.
And, cut to footage of lady flipping us off while removing the only thing keeping her alive.
Yeah.
I'll admit that level of disregard does imply cult more than criminal organization. Unless it's an organization that the lower echelons are set up more cult-like.
Yeah.
We need more information. If this is some, whether it's a cult or some new, mob or yakuza type thing, we need more information on it. If it's something we're going to have to be dealing with on a regular basis. He thanks you for your cooperation. Again, he asks you, if you run into any more incidents, please send them directly to me. Basically, I'm going to start a file, and if I get enough information, I can probably convince my superiors to start an investigation. Because this does not sound like anybody we've encountered before. The shadow technocracy would hoard the tech like that, might try to kill somebody that was trying to unveil it,
And when he mentions the shadow technocracy, I kind of like lean in. Hmm.
Uh, he notes your interest. But, that's like saying the Illuminati almost, so,
Yeah.
But
And
what he was saying is they're
and to
not
be
they're not
fair-
that suicidal though.
To be fair, someone saying the Illuminati as a police officer, you go, wait, they fucking real?
I don't think there's a whole lot of question about the technocracy being real.
It's at this point, it's like early Cerberus. Everyone kind of knows they exist, but
The common people may be like, I don't know, that may just be a bunch of hooey.
yeah,
But guys in the Defense Force and, some of these other kind of protector factions that are out there. Because in different areas, you have different folks that patrol. Almost like nightly orders, but not with that flavor exactly. But anyway. So he does thank you for your time. Seems pleased that you're cooperating. Let's see. There's no reason really yet for him to have dug deep into your backgrounds. Not that there's anything to find for most of you.
I've been a farmer for... There seems to be a gap of 100-something years on you. I was farming. There's a travel log of different planets I've been to that's super long, but no information on what I've been doing on them.
I think Kat would have given her forged identity
Yeah.
anyways.
And you and Adrian had gotten very good forged identities, so...
Yep.
Now, an organization like this, if they really put manpower into it, might be able to crack it. But
If it wasn't for the fact we're being very open about everything else, he might look into it.
They will have done a check, but there's no reason for them to pour real resources into you yet.
Not until we start, blowing half a planet up in anger.
Yes. So anyway, you leave their, it's not really a police station. I guess their offices here on the dry dock. It's their, basically it's their command center for this solar system and some of the surrounding space. Repairs go well on the ship. Oh.
It's more like their precinct more than anything else.
Right. That's probably the term I was going to use. I mean, the Defense Force, it's more militaristic than police. But they feel that function a little bit. Enough that they have detectives on staff. Even though, like I said, they have a military rank as well. But
they're more like the Coast Guard.
Yeah. I guess you could look at that guy as kind of being like a CIS, is that it?
That's
Or whatever the military kind of investigative stuff would be.
NCIS.
NCIS, thank you. But anyway, you get back to your ship. Repairs are going well. You have, there were plenty of firms here that are happy to buy any of the bits of the salvage ship that you want to sell. So now you were wanting to. I assume you're going to put the gun and the missiles on the Roustabout. Okay. So that takes an extra day to get those repaired and plan out where they're going to go and rewiring everything. But next time you're in a fight, you'll have an extra gun and some missiles. So hopefully everybody on the ship will actually have something to do the next combat.
Let good old Jimothy fire a gun.
Well, Jim's piloting the ship, though.
Fine, then I'll fire a gun.
But you're the co-pilot.
Then who else didn't have some... Oh, yeah, there's one person. I forgot. That's my bad, dog.
Cat was just sitting in the common room, like, this is fine. Ship shaking. This is perfectly fine.
The ship's on fire. This is fine.
Everything is fine.
It's
Alright.
just a little bit of turbulence in space.
I'm sure
Everything is
everyone's got it
awesome.
under control.
So
They
much
would
like 2
tell
sessions
me if
ago,
something bad was happening.
much like 2 sessions ago, you go to leave the system. You know, the entire trip out though, you have all the weapons manned this go round. You are just waiting for something. You're just waiting for some ship to tweak in your direction too much.
It's coming right at us.
Rock.
But you make it out of the system without any trouble. I forget how long it took you to travel here. But there are no further incidents as you return to Casparilla. As soon as you arrive, you get a message from Achille, asking for you to come in and fill him in on what's going on, and expressing his disappointment that the professor won't be working with you. He could really have used her expertise.
Funny story.
Yeah, she's completely working with us.
Well, keep in mind, y'all are going to tell him that in person because you don't know
Yeah.
who's monitoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
But basically,
Someone-
we will wrap here with y'all getting a message from him going, hey, come have dinner with me and fill me in.
Yep.
And
Essentially,
Jim
at
for a
the
report on the condition of his ship. As the owner of the ship, the fact that he was in it, he gets essentially an accident report. So he has no idea.
Insurance is going up.
He gets how much damage was done. He has no idea. He has no idea about the salvage y'all were able to use to repair the ship, though. Or to pay for the ship repair. So he doesn't quite know what to expect.
Oh, the ship's been perfectly repaired. In fact, better even.
We put flames on it.
So we'll wrap
So,
here.
We have
I
hydraulics.
ask a quick question
Don't
before
ask
we-
why.
Certainly.
Everybody go to your items. How many of us have mag boots?
I'm assuming they had them in the spacesuits, though.
Yeah, I was saying
which one
I
was
was saying the spacesuits had the mag boots auto
Okay.
built in.
Yeah.
Because I just realized how expensive mag boots are.
Are they?
Oh, they're expensive. They're the
Weird.
third most expensive item on the on the gear list. 1,500.
That seems weird because it's just boots with magnets.
Yeah, I'll admit it's crazy weird, but it's mostly because without mag boots, 0G combat holds a lot of differences.
I guess so. I guess it's more they're priced on how useful they are as opposed to.
Also, in 0G you can move at a rate of 10 feet and do not suffer from disadvantages to ability checks associated with being in 0G. In normal gravity, you cannot be pushed, pulled, or knocked prone.
Okay.
So
it
because
has
they
some-
hold advantage, they hold a ton of advantages outside of
Okay, that
space
makes sense.
combat. They're
But anyway, we will wrap here. Go ahead and level yourselves for next time.
I will put
Yes.
that note in the chat for the other guys.
Yeah.
I will make sure to do that before my book deletes itself into the internet again.
Have you downloaded it this time?
Yeah. I say download and save it.
It's freaky what you
Alright,
do with hard
alright.
drives.
Look, I was just trying to not do rude things.
But anyway, I want to thank everybody that showed up.
I want to thank
Curious
Ann
Craft for the
Choku for
raid-
agreeing
for the
with
raid.
me.
Yes, Taylor has made a friend. Again, I've been your GM for the evening, Jason. We have had Sarah playing Cat, Taylor playing Danru, and Patrick playing Hull. And of course, tonight was brought to you by the Diabear Adventuring Company and the Nerd Eternal Network. It's a joint venture, so we can cross promote. Let's see. Today is Tuesday, so tomorrow in Dire Bear will be the Wednesday showcase where Atlas is DMing and continuing and possibly wrapping up. Oh, this may be the second to last of her D&D mini campaign. And then Thursday, Maddie will be running her Curse of Strahd, where they have gotten out of the Death House, I think, and are moving on to whatever comes next. And then back around to Foundations of Adelar on Monday, where it's a year-long campaign that's in its last handful of episodes, I believe.
I think it's got like 2 left.
I knew it was something like that. And he's being very closed-mouthed, at least to us outside of the game, as to what they're going to do next. But and then, of course, next Tuesday, we'll be back here dealing with these, space cultists and what have you.
Dealing with dinner with Achille.
Yes.
Look
who's
I
come
want
to dinner.
So I want to ask you about this. How to describe it? Being rammed by. How do you have a fender bender in space?
Because there's one thing there's a lot of in space. It's space.
Hey, when there was only one car in Australia, it still hit a tree.
Fair point. Anyway, we will see y'all next time. Adios.
See you.